How's it going? It is Mythos, and today we are looking at the channel Are You Haunted? Now, am I saying they're real? I'd like to say they are, but I don't think I'll ever say that again after recommending a few channels as real, and the more they posted, the more it turned out that they just weren't. Or they were becoming more questionable because of the people they were teaming up with. But I'm recommending them still because I'm liking them at the minute. If things change though, if I see any wires or masking or anything like that, another video will follow. So, some of you may already be thinking, I know that name because it was originally on TV back in 2018. I never seen the TV show though, just their YouTube videos. I've been watching the most recent ones, which is season 4, but when I clicked on the channel, I was already subscribed and I'd already watched one from 2 years ago. So back then, obviously they popped up for me and I subscribed, but the algorithm must have done them dirty because I have never seen them pop up in my subscription feed just until recently. So the awesome thing about this show, Are You Haunted, is it's led by Phil Wyman, a paranormal TV OG from the show Most Haunted. Now, obviously, all these years later, we know that Most Haunted lost their way, and there's been so much fakery, and its reputation has definitely become tarnished. But I've always said, out of all of the seasons of Most Haunted and all of the cast members, there are 3 credible, legit people. Richard Felix, the paranormal historian, Kieran O'Keefe, the parapsychologist, and Phil Wyman, the paranormal investigator. That's right, a paranormal TV show brought on a paranormal investigator as the professional. Phil joined them on season 2, I believe, and I would say he is a pioneer. Think of any TV show ghost hunter out there. Phil was doing this before them, and I would put my money on they used techniques they seen him doing on Most Haunted. He was the first person I seen to do what he called, and what a lot of people call now, the baseline test, and actually check out the whole place. Look for any things going on that could maybe cause feelings of activity.
Phil Wyman, our paranormal investigator, had been conducting the baseline test a few days before the rest of the crew's arrival. Cold spots are often experienced in the inn, so Phil has strategically placed special thermometers in specific areas in hopes that any temperature drops would be recorded. After the baseline tests were completed, we now have average readings to compare with any paranormal activity.
It's been years since I've watched Most Haunted. I was unaware of the TV show, and when I seen their channel, I was like, oh, it's Phil, let's go. If you have seen Phil with Most Haunted, you'll probably get an idea of what this channel may be like. You're not going to see random claims of demons and skinwalkers like you see all over YouTube. You're going to see good old-fashioned paranormal investigations where people actually investigate, not running at the sound of a knock. They debunk what they find.
Let's be honest, it sounds like a fart.
Oh, but debunking is boring. No, it's not, because if you find something to be this or that, then fair enough. But when you can't debunk something and you have no idea of what it could be or what it could have been, then things get interesting. Okay, so as well as Phil, we have Sarah, Jane, Dale, and Ben. Let's check them out. They start off the episodes with stating, we use back to basics paranormal investigation style. We limit the use of so-called ghost hunting gadgets and supposed communication devices such as Ouija boards, glass divination, table tipping, spirit boxes, etc. We choose to rely on our own senses and base our conclusions on personal experiences we have throughout the investigations. I love that. Now, although they say back to basics with no gadgets, that doesn't mean they literally don't use anything. In this episode here, they've got...
So I think this would be a great place to stick the first Zoom recorder.
Now, I have heard good things about that. Someone recommended it to me, so I might have to check it out. Also, a bell. There's me thinking I was a genius using a plain old bell. It requires physical touch. It's literally just a bell. I've just never seen anyone do it before, but here we are. They're using one. Just imagine that thing goes off. That would be freaking insane. Not like these electronic bells that people are selling lately for a fortune. And they've also got some trigger objects, which I always think's a good idea, because you'd think, say, if a little kid's spirit is unfortunately actually there, then they might want to interact with those kind of things. So as far as the investigations go, there's not actually a lot I can really show you to be like, wow, look at this, because as you know, with people who are more on the side of being out there trying to genuinely find paranormal evidence, not a lot tends to happen. Now, they do hear knocks and bangs and things that could sound like footsteps and stuff like that, but most often they find the source of them and figure out, oh, it might have been this or that. You're more watching them to go on the investigation with them and watch for entertainment, but not entertainment where they're shouting and screaming and running from demons. None of that. You're kind of just along for the ride with them and just exploring cool places. The thing is, when their investigations go like that, similar to the Ouija brothers, or even though I've only done a few at the minute, I'd say like my own, where not much really happens. If it did, or when it does, then that might be something interesting to look at. So I find channels like this where not much drama and crazy things happen tend to be more believable and reliable and truthful. So I think because of that, this channel might be one to watch and keep an eye on. Plus, I like the people and I think they're just good videos. I've only watched season 4, which I've enjoyed, and I'm going to go back and watch everything now. So hopefully there's another channel for you that you might want to check out. If you do check them out, tell them in the comments that I've sent you there. Thanks for watching, I appreciate you all. All of you people who watch my videos when it's not about any drama and you just genuinely watch anyway, you're the real ones. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one.